Hey Ryan, this is your 180 clean that you sent a day or two ago. Alright, let's watch it in full speed real quick. Cool, so it's clear to see from this video. I tried to actually look for the video that we analyzed a week or two ago to compare it like frame by frame. I don't have that saved on this iPad, so I wasn't able to do that unfortunately, but you've definitely done a ton of work. It's obvious. Your lifts are looking a lot better, so that's good. Alright, first things first. Let's draw some lines on you in a second. Your setup's pretty dang good. Eyes are up, back is straight. Could raise your hips a little bit. The most important thing, which I noticed, is that you have shifted the weight forward, like the weight displacement on your foot. It's no longer on your heels, which is really awesome news. I can tell by your knee and its visibility in front of your arm here. If you can couple that with a slightly higher hips in your setup, that'd probably be good. It's something to experiment with. Overall, moving the weight forward on your foot has definitely had a positive effect on your lifting, though. Let's draw some lines real quick. There's your back angle. Here's a vertical line. Okay, let's check it out. Okay, so the bar, first things first, I noticed the bar moves slightly forward off the floor. That's a nitpicky thing. I'm not sure why that happened exactly. Probably just how the weight was on your foot or something, but not a big deal. You immediately start pulling it backwards. This is an awesome hang position. Your back angle has changed very little throughout that, and it winds up in almost exactly the same spot. So that's good news. This is an awesome hang position. The weight is very clearly in your heels. You have a slight bend in your knee with a vertical shin, which basically means your hamstrings, your posterior chain is engaged. They're ready to fire, I guess, and assist you in this lift. So this is a really awesome hang position. I'm glad because your shoulders are in front of the bar, your back is straight, eyes are up. Everything's looking good here. Let me get that vertical line again really quick. I'm going to need that. Eek. That's not good. Okay. Where is that one? Okay, cool. So I'm hoping you don't pass that. Again, hang position's good. So you're staying super patient. Can tell because your high hang position looks awesome. Your foot still on the floor. This is good news. You're not jumping early at all. It's high hang position just like anyone practices with PVC pipe. Your feet should be on the floor. Still, you're not jumping yet. This is awesome that you're staying so patient. Shoulder is now kind of coming behind the bar in preparation for like a vertical jump. But here's the first thing to kind of pay attention to. First thing to fix is you really throw your hips a bit excessively into the bar. How I can tell that is because it goes in front of that vertical plane. So about here or so is when you can start jumping vertically, but your hips continue to travel forward, which is fine. You should definitely try to start thinking about that. This really isn't too big of a deal here. You have excess strength like we've discussed in all of your videos multiple times, so you're able to rein it in really easily. But that is something you're definitely going to have to kind of sort of pay attention to now as we're getting to the smaller things like refinement. So that little extra hip throw, move the barbell forward obviously. Let's check out your feet. Watch your toes. Jumping, they're going to have to move forward because the barbell is pulling you forward. So that's maybe an inch or two, not too bad on this. Also, let's check out your footwork here. So even though you do get pulled forward, you have good footwork. So your heels are slamming down. You're not landing on your toes. Landing on your toes would obviously be bad and lead to lifts miss forward. Good job slamming your heels down. As usual, you're catching the bar super high, which is awesome, and riding it down. You receive the bar above parallel as, it's power clean, but you're going to write it down. Here's another thing to watch. So if you notice that little dip backwards, so the weight shifts in your heels. I do not think that this is due to the weight being off balance at all. You receive the bar super well. The barbell's over the middle of your foot. I think this has to do with missing ankle flexibility. If I was to draw an angle on your foot, you can do that mentally right now if you want. You could see that there's not a very acute angle on your ankle, which is fine, but added ankle flexibility would definitely allow you to get much deeper. I know you need to work on ankle flexibility, but if you needed more proof, here it is. Because of your squat, easily stand this up, which is good. All right, let's get you ready for the jerk here. Okay, cool. Let's draw a vertical line, get ready for the jerk. Okay, so I have the vertical line just like for the clean. You definitely don't want to cross that. You're actually trying to, any kind of jerk, you're kind of trying to press it behind you actually, because the barbell is starting in front of your body where it's not particularly well balanced, and you're trying to get it kind of in line with right behind your ear where it is naturally going to balance really well for you. This horizontal line is to see how big your dip is. I want to see how far your barbell goes. It's supposed to be about 6 to 10% of your height, which for you would be, let's see, I'm guessing you're about 5'10", so that would make 70 inches, so a maximum of 7-inch dip. That would be the biggest you should go, so like 4 to 7-inch dip. Let's see how it works here. So first issue here is you initiate your jerk by leaning forward. So although it's not showing in the heel of your shoe raising, you are very clearly dipping very far forward. Your dip is also similar to a quarter front squat. So it's probably too big of a dip. I'm just guessing. That's a little lower than it is, but I don't know. That's more than 10%, I'm guessing. So it looks like too big of a dip. You're definitely dipping forward. You're kind of making like a V shape with the barbell. So you dip forward, and then you jerk forward as well. So you're chasing the barbell the whole time. Your footwork here is good. The ideal in a jerk is that your back foot lands first, pushing your front foot forward. So if you caught your jerk here, that would be awesome. So we're always trying to get your front shin vertical and your shoulder stacked over your rear knee. So they would display a very similar angle. Like your front and your back leg would have a very similar angle. You're trying to, like a straight back leg, not looking for that definitely in a jerk. But because you jerked forward, you are going to have to move from that pretty decent position into an okay position. But just so you know, you basically end up having to like lean forward and catch the barbell because it's traveling forward the entire time. So I think your footwork would be pretty dang good if you dipped straight down and straight up. Otherwise, pretty solid lift here. It's looking good. Huge improvements, seriously. Keep the videos coming. Let's watch it one time in full speed.